Welcome. Welcome to the Johnny and Omi Show, episode 3. This is time from the week of December 29th, 2019. We have Omi Johnny.
Back again.
Yeah. This time we have a special Christmas episode. So at the beginning of each of our segments, we'll be bringing you a custom Christmas carol
Sung
by us. Played guitar. We just, pick like the 3 first songs pretty much from.
Yeah, especially for you.
Yeah, especially for you. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
hope you really enjoy. Hope you, enjoy us making fun of ourselves and embarrassing ourselves. So.
Yes.
So it's coffee time. I'm drinking some coffee. We already finished this coffee,
I think so. I don't know.
Did you finish your coffee?
No, I have.
I have a little bit. You get a milk.
But I'm scared, having coffee because I just had that hot food with spice and rice.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
feel like if I drink that, my mouth will be on fire now.
Yeah. Man, that was good though. I thought I wasn't going to be able to handle this podcast because I was like, I took that one bite with like way too much chili, and I just started like,
I hear you. I feel the same way sometimes.
Yeah, it was insane.
I feel it right now. Like I'm feeling this thing, spice in my mouth. Like, but if I keep talking, I think it'll go away. That's why I'm talking.
Yeah, so. Just keep on talking. Eventually, by the end of the podcast,
in between, I'll be like, and the spice will just disappear. Maybe.
Yeah. So, did you get any inspiration on our walk over to the Konbini, grabbing some coffee? Did anything did you get like a revelation, like anything crazy happen, or
maybe I was thinking about like, are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog, all the way.
Even me, I think they are pretty sweet. Compared to cats, they are like all selfish and like serve me. So I think I like dogs.
Yeah.
Which dog do you like? I think in future I have a choice like Border Collie or like Golden Retriever. Because it's more like very happy, fun dog that doesn't get sick more often.
Yeah, I was hoping like that one dog that I like really want to remember would just like flash into my memory like just all of a sudden.
Labrador?
And it didn't happen yet again, man. I think we even talked about this in another episode, right? And then I wanted to remember it, and it just isn't coming. But it's like a big fluffy dog. But yeah, bro. So much free stuff, man. Like I got this like calendar too. Like I can start like using starting next year. I worked like per your suggestion that one time as well. Like I worked like 5 days at a pizza restaurant. Helping a guy out.
How was your experience then?
It was good, man. I can make a good meat pizza now. It's good.
Nice.
I can make nice margarita. I can even probably cook pasta better now because I've seen the guy make it so many times, like the wafu and the other styles of pasta. So
learning anything is not bad.
Yeah.
My previous job was like kind of hot. Like I was at a client location and we had an ERP system and I was using Python to build that Open ERP framework. It was like as soon as we go in the morning, we had like calls coming from customer, and calls were just from upstairs. We were in the customer location and we had to do it quick. Everything was like quick. And sometimes it was like we didn't have time to deploy in using data or anything.
Yeah.
So we had to SSH into remote locations and just fix it there and then change it in Git and then push it again. That is like a horrible way to code. Do not do that ever. But we had to do that. So that was fun. But in India, it's like there are some locations. This company was like all over India. It's like Rent to Kill initial now. Before it was PCI Pest Control India. So it was like they have this 113 branches or something, and it's all over India. So some locations don't even have internet connection. So they have to have this software running at each location in servers. So I wish like they put it in cloud that time and we will have just one system to handle. It would be much simpler. That's what I was thinking when I was walking for coffee.
Nice. The cool thing I think about being a programmer as well is like so much of code comes out from your ideas and from your thinking that you can be working when you're not working. You can work in your sleep. Like you can just like think about like what product you want to make and how you implement it, and you can think about those details about how you implement it. Like when you're not actually behind a computer coding.
Yeah,
like
it feels like we are like Superman. Like we have these powers to do anything. We can build anything. The thing is, we don't know what to build. Like if we know what to make that can make us money or could make a company or something, then we didn't need anything. Like we could just sit on a computer and boom, there are things appearing behind us.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, that's pretty much what we do eventually anyway.
Yeah.
But now we're going to cut for our first song and then get into our first segment.
Oh, yeah. Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. And bring it right here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring it right here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We all like a figgy pudding. We all like a figgy pudding. We all like a figgy pudding. With all good cheer. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Nice.
Alright, hope you enjoyed that. So let's get into our first topic, music. We touched on it, but yeah, it's definitely a topic I'm super passionate about. I could talk about forever, so. Yeah, as I was telling, I don't know, did I talk about that at the end of the last one?
Yeah. I think we were talking about music. You like EDM?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
EDM.
And
pretty
worship
much,
music?
Yeah, worship music. Pretty much like all day. But, yeah.
But, okay, so what is your favorite band? Or like, do you have a favorite singer or anything?
Favorite singer, I mean...
I like Ed Sheeran. Do you like him?
No.
No? I love him. He's so cool.
You gotta be kidding me. Why is he cool? Tell me why he's cool.
Yeah, because he's like, initially he used to work hard, like, he used to just stand outside. He had the money, but he just stood outside and played for pennies, like before. Then he started getting older. His history is very good and his music is kind of good, but in person, I heard somewhere that he doesn't sing that well, but I don't know, maybe, I heard it, I'm not very sure, so don't quote me on that, but yeah, I like him, he's awesome, I like his song, it's very nice, like, you can just relax and enjoy it. So that's why I like Avicii also, but then I get sad, like you said, because he's no sad. What else? Which other music? When I'm bored, I just go and search for Red and Link songs. They have like really really funny songs. Like there's one, My Belly Button song. It's literally a song about your belly button. Like they discover it just then, and it's like so funny. And even OCD song and I Am a Thoughtful Guy. These are like some amazing songs. So it's like if you're like ever bored, okay, if you feel like I'm depressed or sad or something, is just search Red and Link songs and just listen to something, and you'll be like super happy at the end of it because it's so upbeat and so different and so funny. I just love them so much.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. That sounds cool. Yeah, I listen to a lot of like Japanese music too, like J-pop. Like this like Sayonara LG is good. Yeah, Masaki Suda, like Red Wimps, all these ones pretty much. Yeah, like
Emion or something. I like that singer a lot. Emion. Initially I did that. Now I just I just search nightcore and get whatever song. Like usually pop songs. I love pop songs. Did you like visit any concerts recently? Because I've seen many concerts going on.
Yeah, so I should have talked about that. Yeah, but I finally went to this like live bar called What the Dickens in Ibisu, and I heard about it from just like some like woman I met at like a meetup event. And she just says that she goes there sometimes. And me and my friend found her. So like he just moved like my girl, and we were out there. And I mentioned it, and we stopped by. And actually, the band was like not bad.
Yeah,
they did some Christmas music too. Yeah,
it looked fun. The bars look nice.
Yeah, they're quite talented, so it was cool. I don't often get out to just like go do stuff or go to live events all that much, but yeah, it was a good experience. It was
fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
So, what musical instruments do you play? Like, because I know that you play guitar, obviously.
Yeah, I play a lot. So I think at like age like 6 or 7, I guess my parents forced me to start taking piano lessons. So
wow.
I started then. kind of like got sick of it, but then end of elementary school, started alto saxophone. So sax is still one of my strongest instruments. Then I learned guitar.
Saxophone is your strongest?
One of my strongest, yeah. And then middle school, I started learning like guitar and drums. And high school, I learned bass. And then
what are you missing? Like
nothing, man.
Yeah. I learned guitar somewhat, but then I forgot. Then I got a piano, but I don't learn it. It's just there. I had like 20 harmonicas at home, which I could play somewhat, but then I just forgot about it. So it's like I have everything, but I cannot do anything.
Yeah.
You're like the opposite. Like you learn everything and you have a guitar. So it's like cool,
Yeah. Definitely next year we should record some stuff with piano too, and like try to get something cool. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, you'll have fun like in that.
You got to practice a lot over Christmas break, though, my friend. You got to catch up.
I'm thinking of like just practicing and making songs just for YouTube. You know, someone will have fun. Yeah. Fun. Yeah. So, are we up for the...
Yeah, so J-pop, listening to like a little... I had country phase, but I wouldn't say I listen actively to country now, but...
I don't like Taylor Swift. Like, when I hear country, I think of Taylor Swift.
But you don't like Taylor Swift?
No, I don't like her song. It's like so cranky and boyfriend-related. He's just sad and stupid.
Okay, top songs real quick. We got like some EDM, This one's cool because it's like a Japanese song called Sakura. It's like really cool.
Okay. I like this Dance Monkey. Listen to
Sound Remedy, Porter Robinson. A lot of like Hill songs, like Young and Free is awesome, man. Young and Free is like EDM, all that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Kind is cool.
Young and Free.
Yeah, Reliant Cam getting back into them yet again.
But I think you should listen to Dance Monkey. My favorite song. Yeah, very good.
All right, cool. We are going to grace you with another wonderful Christmas song, so enjoy that as well.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All the other reindeer used to call him random names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history.
So, Johnny, which books do you like? Like, I was just thinking about books recently. Like, because whenever I'm at work, I get kind of bored, so I just open up some book and read about it.
Yeah, so I think like some of the most successful people in life are habitual readers, and of course I read mostly the Bible every day. I try to open every single day just with my devotional and sections of reading from the Bible. So yeah, that's kind of my primary thing. But
apart from that,
so recently I've been reading a book called The Ministry of Intercession. So it's about intercessory prayer, which is a kind of a advanced topic, but I found it really interesting. Just the power of like intercessing for other people, and just the habit of prayer, and actually the idea that not praying consistently is actually a sin, and so it's a very interesting topic. I've really enjoyed it, but I've also been convicted like I needed to pray even more and be more of a person of prayer even more so. Okay. So that's been a cool book. But yeah, I also just finished a book called The Go-Giver that was recommended to me by a friend, and yeah, that was really cool because I would say, you want to focus like outside of yourself. I think like the people that have the most success in life are people who focus on helping other people and focus on how you can
you first think about the other person. Mm-hmm.
So like the 5 like principles or like value. So the first one is you have to provide value, and you have to provide more than you get money for. Second is compensation. So you have to you have to get compensation for your work. And then 3 is influence. Okay. So the idea of influence is that you have to give more than you receive, basically. So your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests. So that's always, these are all kind of backward kind of concepts, I would say, and the fact that like
it works for business.
Our brains are wired to think the opposite of this, but when we finally get our minds off of ourselves and start reversing the flow,
when you think about other people, basically.
Yeah, for authenticity, so like being yourself, being real, and people are going to be drawn to you if you're real, if you're authentic, if you're pretending to be someone else, or you're doing something just to impress people. People will often see through it, but also eventually you won't maintain your relationships well if you aren't authentic with people. And then the last one's really cool. Receptivity. Like I think a lot of us actually struggle with like receiving things as well. Yeah. So super awesome book. I would highly recommend that as well. And so those are a couple of ones I've been reading recently. Tell me about you.
I read currently I'm just reading this A Man Called O. Like it's kind of like a funny book that it's like it's about a very old person who likes to keep to himself, and he's like kind of grumpy. It's like if the cat is at his doorstep and it's like troubling him, so he just like kick it away, so grumpy. He had like a nice wife, but then she died, like I don't know, just old age. But then their love story is so sweet, and this guy is like very stern to rules. Like he'll always be on time for work and very hardworking person. So it's kind of like it's funny initially because he's so grumpy and he does stuff, and it's like there's a guy next to him, his neighbors. They are like an built guy, and it's like a Jewish girl, and she's pregnant. So it's like the guy is like almost doesn't do anything well. So he's constantly like telling him like for instance, like when he was driving, he just got his car in his driveway, this guy's driveway, old man's, and kind of broke some pots like in his garden. So this guy's like, if you cannot drive, if you need stuff like reverse things, and like if you need the gear, like automatic cars and stuff, then you probably shouldn't be driving the car. It's like he's telling his wife, you should drive. It's better than letting him drive. Like, so yeah, it's kind of funny, and then it's kind of sweet when it's like when they talk about his love story. Like he was working like at a train place, like cleaning and stuff, and so he sees this lady that he falls in love with just instant, and then he doesn't do anything. It's like the girl, and girl does everything, takes the move, and then when they get older, and he's like always grumpy, so the girl always says like you have light in you, but you keep it inside. And he used to always think that they are opposites. Like she was the light, and she's the one who's bringing light, light and joy and stuff, and he's the dark and sad soul. But in reality, she used to say that you're also happy and you dance inside your soul, but he's like, I don't even know how to dance. What does he say? So that's kind of funny. Yeah. Then I read, like previously when I was in college, my friend gave me this book, The Old Man and the Sea. Oh my god, this book is, again, I like old people. I just like them because they have such good stories of their lives. So this is about like the fisherman, and he had like, he was catching fish, so he caught one big one, but it's all about catching that fish, and he was stuck on the boat because he's trying to catch it, but in the end he doesn't get it. It was so sad that at the end I was just crying with the book. When I finished it, I was crying, and my roommate was like, see, I told you, like, it's a very good book. But yeah, until then, I didn't realize it so much. Then there's another book I read. I Can't Make This Up. It's like by Kevin Hart. You know Kevin Hart, the comedian? Yeah. I love him. Oh my god, he's so funny. So the thing is, this book is not about fun though. It's like, initially it's funny, but then it's about the story, how he got, like, his hardships, and how he came from a very down, low, not so rich background, and then he worked so hard and did so many things to get up. So it gets very serious later on. So these are the books I have recently read, but there's even one book I think I'd recommend for programmers and developers outside, like Ghost in the Wires. Like this is about Kevin Mitnick. He was like a very awesome hacker who did like crazy stuff. And
what kind of crazy stuff?
He was able to there was like one raffle for Porsche car. He basically won it by blocking everyone and just his raffle going through. So it's like if you call and you're the 99th caller, so you win the Porsche car basically. Yeah. So this guy blocked everyone after 98, and he was the only one who was able to call the channel. And yeah, so that is one of his hacks, but he was too good. But majorly he did social engineering, just like you just talk to people and just get credentials by impersonating someone else, something like that. So yeah, that is a really good book for people who are interested in security and how to maybe protect their data, even it's very good for them as well, just to learn how he did things and how things work just by talking with people on phone. You don't even need a computer to hack it.
Yeah.
So there's another book, The Everything Store. This is like the story of Jeff Bezos, like how he started Amazon. So in this book, I was just reading, and in this, it's like their love story showed so nicely. And even after establishing Amazon and being very big company, he still used to drive their kids to school, kiss his wife goodbye, every day. But then after their divorce recently, I felt so bad, like, oh my god, what happened? They never shared anything about it, but it's okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing those. And I'm going to spend quite a bit of time, I think, over the next couple of weeks of my time off, reading some new books and checking out what's free on the Kindle store, or maybe even paying a little bit of money. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks for sharing.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Bells on bobtails rings, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight, sing this sleighing song. Ha ha ha! Get a bobtail bay, 244 is speed, and hitch him to an open sleigh, and you will take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
All right, I hope you enjoyed the last of our wonderful, wonderful Christmas carols.
Jingle.
Yeah, we'll be a little more stacked next year. We're kind of, I'd say we're scraping a little bit, scraping the bottom of the barrel to a degree or another, but, it'll be good. Definitely study some more language next year, and we can hopefully incorporate some more topics. Yeah. Naomi's got to try a little harder, but yeah, we're just gonna go like random freestyle. So yeah, what you got on the list there?
So I'm just thinking what did you like what were your hobbies when you were small? Like, did you like to draw or anything?
So yeah, I think from a very young age, when I was like really little kid, I remember still too that stacking like dinosaurs. I really liked dinosaurs a lot at that time.
But what do you mean by stacking them?
Not stacking them, arranging them, putting them in a row, playing with dinosaurs. But I'd say I still remember a Garfield comic that I copied from an art class. That was really fun. I'm a copier. I like copying things.
When you say copying, do you like that butter paper, you place it on it and then you draw it on? Something like that?
No. More like just copying text, like my mom would tell you as well. Like when I was little, I started with Genesis 1, and I would just write like in a notebook, like in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was formless and void, and the Spirit of God.
So you just look at it and you'll write it?
Yeah, just copying it. Or copying text. I still do sometimes. I like writing things. I like writing in my journal physically. I like copying code. Like, for example, like Simon Grimm, this guy who does all the Ionic tutorials is really good. I just copy his, put his on the side, and I program along with it, and I just copying things back. So,
when I was small, I had weird habits. I used to like to collect insects. Like, my favorite was to collect spiders. Because I used to love spiders like anything. I used to keep them in a box and feed them flies.
Yeah.
And then my mom used to think that, maybe he's going to become a scientist or something. But no, I was just having fun with them.
Yeah.
So then I used to catch dragonflies and then tie a thread to them and they just let them fly. So it looks so nice.
Yeah.
But that's bad because if their tail breaks, they just die. So bad. But it was fun. That's what I used to do. Just collect insects. So
Yeah, this is the insect boy, man. This guy loves bugs.
yeah, I love bugs.
Yeah, we
I
were
like,
climbing Taco-san with Reynold, and yeah, like you
yeah,
just like
I
every
found
time
an
you saw,
exoskeleton.
you just like every time you see like an insect, you just like go off and like chase after it, like pick it up or
Yeah,
something.
I like insects. They are very sweet. Then I used to even like cartoons. Not that much, but some. I used to like Codename Kids Next Door. You know that?
What is it?
Codename Kids Next Door. It was on Cartoon Network.
Oh, really?
I used to wake up like at 5 o'clock just to watch Samurai Jack, Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh, you watched Samurai Jack too?
Yeah.
So I
It was
mentioned
so
that in
cool.
my so I did. I didn't say it on the podcast. So yeah, like at the beginning of our Bonenkai yesterday, it's like a tradition with our company for new employees to like give a speech, sort of introducing themselves at the beginning of their time. So yeah, I like wrote down pretty much like on Google Translate but I tried to like change some words around and make it my own thing, and I copied it down to give the speech. He told me in the morning like you should 3 to 5 minute speech at the event. And he's like, he said too like
it was like to introduce yourself to the company.
Yeah, so but he was saying like it's a drinking ba, like ba being played like shokuba.
Okay.
It's like so it's like a drinking ba nano de. He said something like doesn't have to be serious. It's like just fun. So yeah, when I gave that speech, I mentioned like Samurai Jack being like my first entry point into like interest in Japan, interest in Japanese culture. So,
was it like is Samurai Jack actually Japanese or is it?
No, it's an American show. I said that in the speech too. I was like, it's not a Japanese show, but that's where my Japanese kind of interest sparked to begun with that.
Okay. Recently, have you seen Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty?
Yeah, Rick and Morty, yeah. Oh
yeah.
my God.
What did you say?
Everything is getting mixed up in my head. I said Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I liked that show like 2 years ago. But I watched the first episode again recently, and it's just like seemed really silly.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny sometimes. But I just saw it once, then I didn't see it again because why? Like why bother? Like same thing is going to happen. Yeah. So yeah. Then, do you like coffee? Like recently, we just got coffee.
Yeah, we just went to get coffee.
Yeah,
man.
But then we found like so many add-ons on that. Like there was hazelnut, there was cinnamon, sugar, and whatnot. What was that mint? I don't know. First one was mint sugar or something. We never I never used that for initially. This was like discovery for me today. So I just put that hazelnut salt and it was like woo, super.
Yeah, it was good. I tried yours, but honestly, today's been busy, man. Like I don't want to do this in the future because it feels like catch up. But we're shooting like 2 episodes today, which is like
fun.
A lot, and I'm also learning how. It's fun. Yeah, learning on this.
It gives you time to think, maybe like new things. And it becomes easier to have a conversation just like with normal people when you meet new people. You just don't know what to talk about. So you can just like, this website is super cool and it gives me like some conversation topics. And then we can just use it and have a conversation just like that for however long we like.
Yeah, but the problem is like at meetup events when I talk to people, they're Japanese, so they don't speak. Like, I want to be able to speak
Fluent
speak
Japanese?
to people and just speak this to people and they be able to understand. But they're like, oh, whatever, like,
okay,
then no speak English.
Find people who can speak to you, right?
Yeah, but there's no one here in Japan, man.
It's not like that. I'm there in Japan and I'm talking to you, like
Yeah, but you're not at my company, bro.
yeah, that's kind of sad. Even I have like that, but then I have a friend who just speaks in English, so it's like fun with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was your?
I was just gonna say maybe eventually my company will get another English speaker, so I can also have an office buddy like that. But for the time being, it's pretty rough.
Just you?
Just me, man.
Wow.
There's literally no other non-Japanese there. Right now. And maybe they'll listen to this, and maybe like kudos-san if you're listening. You can hopefully understand more of this by the time that you find out about this podcast or something. I don't know, but
maybe just share it. Like,
I'll send
just put it on Slack. Oh no, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. What apps do you like? Like which apps do you use most on your phone? Like I was just thinking about that because there are like so many apps. Like I was just I just update my phone and then after updating I'll like install apps. Every time setting up apps or something, and I had like 200 and something, but I barely use 10 in my phone. So which is the most which is the app that you use the most?
Yeah, probably unfortunately like Instagram or Facebook, like social media stuff. I'm trying to get more into using Twitter more as opposed to like Instagram because I just think Instagram is toxic.
Which is the top 5 apps do you use? Like for me, it's Facebook, Instagram, Chrome, and Y Music and Maps, Google Maps.
Can you actually like view that on like your phone shows it in order?
Yeah.
Can you actually go to like see that in a setting?
No, it just shows me on top, which I use it very often. But apart from that, I even use like.
You gotta get the Bible app in there, man. Bible app.
There's Bible app. I have the Bible app, but it will just but you every verse of the day. That's how I read Bible. So it's very good. It's very easy. So, and then I'll play a lot of Soul Knight. Soul Knight is a very good game.
Okay.
For those, it's free.
New Year's resolution will help you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was also gonna say that, man. You turned me on. You turned me on to Soul Knight. I've been playing it a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun during train. When you're in train and you don't know what to do, it's like really fun.
Yeah. You definitely turned me on to that one. So I've been playing it a bit. Quite good.
Which is your favorite player character in that? I think I like Wizard. He's very powerful, but health is very less. It's Wizard, but the character is a female. Did you notice that? Like that's like so weird. Like Wizard, it should be a witch if it's a female. I don't know what they were thinking when they made that. Maybe they thought like, oh, this character just looks awesome.
Yeah. Also, my company, like I would say we're primarily a video game company actually. Okay. So.
You were going to develop a game, right?
Hopefully next year. I mentioned that actually in my speech as well, that I like want to get more into video game dev.
Wow.
So
that seems very interesting sometimes.
Yeah, but I've been playing those games, so I like we do like a we did like a mahjong game, but there's like this silly cat catching game, which is actually pretty fun.
Okay, is it like a UFO catcher?
I'll show you, man.
Okay.
I also like the music; it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but for the people.
The people can hear the music, man. It's great.
Okay.
So check this out, man.
No, but that will be copyrighted.
It's not copyrighted.
Okay. This is like the egg catching game in Windows. No, they have like Flash game that used to catch eggs in the basket.
So it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So you catch cats in that. It's kind of funny. Nice.
So if that's copyrighted and you release it on a podcast, is that like not? It's a little bit.
No, there's like I think a 5-minute or 3-minute mark that if it's completely the same audio as somewhere else, then you can get copyright striked on YouTube, I think.
Okay, but if it's like under a certain amount of time,
then it's okay.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
So I was even thinking about what would happen if like for one day we had no internet at all, like there was no internet. What would you do?
Yeah, I think it'd be very healthy actually. But
how? What would you do? Like,
I don't know, meditate more. Kind of like, I mean, it'd be bad if you have to go to work and you can't work all day and you have your whole office there. But maybe it'd be good. People would have to learn how to like, talk to each other, communicate. Make common connections. But I have 2 friends now that have gone through this.
No internet phase.
No, Vasapi. I don't remember. It's like some like I don't even want to.
What is?
I don't want to mess up. But it's like Buddhist thing or it's a Buddhist thing.
But it's okay. You can mess up.
Vipassana.
Okay.
Vipassana. It's like
Vipassana.
Yeah, Vipassana.
Okay.
It's like this 1 week sort of retreat where you aren't allowed to talk.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay.
You're not allowed to
do anything. Just sit.
No, you're allowed to do some things, but yeah, you're pretty much not allowed to speak at all. You're not allowed to
eat. Yeah, otherwise you'll die.
Yeah, but it sounds interesting. Like 1 year ago, I had a guy.
Yeah, met
a guy.
Nothing.
Yeah, so both people, at least the first guy said he came out of it feeling much more like he had less of a desire to do like unhealthy things, like eat fatty foods, like drink alcohol.
But I'm pretty sure, like right after talking to you, he just was back on his phone. Like it's very difficult to go off like for a very long time. Like as soon as I get one notification, I'll be like, oh, my Facebook. Look at it. It looks so cute. My phone is blinking. So I have to go there and check. Oh, there's a notification for WhatsApp. I have to check now. Send that. And I'll be like very busy doing these things, and I'll just still want to check my notification. So doing that for a long time, I don't know how I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to maybe try to do it eventually. Then
if it was my condition, like if I had no internet, the first thing I think about was just go and jog.
Yeah.
But then the problem is while jogging I use stream. Like I stream audio. So without audio I don't know how I'll do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll just maybe download books and read books maybe. But I should know for like okay, internet is going to be not available.
Yeah.
If it's going to be available then no. If I didn't know that it's going away or something, then it's done. Yeah. Then I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll record a podcast because we can do it offline.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you are there, otherwise it's just boring. Like alone, if I'm talking alone, how my thoughts kind of get boring and we cannot have a conversation with my thoughts, Like, yeah. So, what else? Do you like any other games on PC? Have you played? Like when you were small? When I was like in 10th grade and stuff, I used to like play Counter Strike and Dota with my with my roommates, and it was like really fun. Now, but I was always bad at Dota, even though I understood everything, like how everything works and the thing. But I was just bad in general, and my friends would always be so good that it was not that fun. Yeah. You like to travel?
Yeah, of course I love. One of my biggest goals is to be able to go to Thailand next year.
Okay.
By finally having enough money to go there. So.
Have you ever been there before?
Nope. Never. I went to South Korea twice last year, but I haven't gone. I haven't left Japan. Other than that, in almost 2 years. So.
I used to go to Thailand very often for my father's business. We had to just go. So, any what kind of television do you like? Like what kind of
Terrace House. I just watched Terrace House and Tokyo Bachelor. Tokyo Dokushin Danshi.
Now?
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, I'm just watching Good Witch on Netflix right now. It's kind of fun.
Okay, so ideally for you,
Yeah.
What part of Tokyo do you want to live in? Ideally, if you could go anywhere.
I'd live in Minato because I like the place. It was very nice. But it's like it's like too centric in the city. I think I like it a little far from city, like close to my work but far from city. So that'd be the ideal location, I think. But I don't mind walking like 30 minutes for the train. It's good actually if I am in that condition.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to have a dog if I'm in that condition. I keep the dog walking all the time.
Yeah.
That is the.
So how do you feel about your place right now? What is it called again? You're like Meet the Lions.
Yeah, I'm
Sugamo.
Sugamo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. I like the place. Not that bad. It's okay.
Just okay.
Yeah, because I didn't roam, like I didn't see around the place that much,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like I have to travel by train for my work, so that is there. But it's okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Cool.
Good.
So besides all the Trump garbage,
Yeah.
what is there any news that's been happening lately that interests you or anything? Besides the Tesla thing.
Oh, I'm obsessed with Tesla. I like Model 3, Tesla Model 3. It's super cool. Whenever I feel like demotivated and I feel like what am I working for? Why am I doing this and stuff? So I just go on Tesla on Reddit website and just go on Tesla Model 3 thread and I'll look at pictures of Tesla and I'll be like super motivated to get, that is my goal. I want that. So yeah, that is my way to motivate myself very often.
Mm.
What do you like? Do you like any cars? Do you like what gets you up in the morning? Like,
Gets me up is pretty much like
Tesla is what gets me up in the morning.
really
Every day. Yeah.
I don't like cars. That's why I moved to Japan.
Even the Roadster is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean I like driving, but I don't love cars. Like I'm not a huge fan of cars in general. I would say. What gets me going is just like programming, dude. I mean, like I think I might like it more than like a lot of people who do it. Like I just love it, man. Like.
But as soon as you get up in the morning, why would you code? Like, what is the reason for you to code? Like, why would you code? What is your end goal? Or you just like it as you like to do it? It's like brushing teeth.
Yeah, I think it's got to be both to a degree, but I think it's more of like the process, I guess.
Okay.
I
like programming when it comes to problem solving. If I have a problem, I love it because I want to solve it. But if there's nothing and there's no plan, there's nothing, like just code, then I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Yeah,
if there's a problem, I enjoy solving problems. That's my thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the world just struggle for like meaning because like we live in a broken world where it's just very unfair, and there's like people that can never get out of hard situations, and there's people that aren't willing to give up like their good situations. So it's like, yeah, it's like how can you really make a difference in the world? And I want to make more of a difference if possible, but. Yeah, I think technology could solve some of the world's problems to an extent. So I think like definitely long term, that's kind of the vision and the goal.
Yeah.
But exactly how it helps is, you got to be creative and you got to think about how can we apply this to, fix like water crisis, fix wealth distribution problems and things like that. So yeah, I don't know. I think like eventually being able to like build some sort of like better education system through technology, or maybe building like
robots that teach you. replace
something
teachers?
like that. Not actual physical robots, but
Yeah.
curriculum or something like that. And then that could at least fix like the poverty cycle in countries like India or places in Africa. You know, getting people educated and giving them the tools they need to like educate themselves well. I would say making that affordable or something. Education is an important thing in the world overall, right? So I think like providing that to people through technology
would help.
Yeah, could help. Yeah, but it's hard. You can only do so much. None of us are Superman. We can be we should be Superman-ish, but
we have more power compared to another person who cannot code.
Yeah.
That's there. So when you were small, what did you like? Like when it came to sports or anything? Like anything you like rugby, no? Rugby?
I don't really know or like rugby,
Really?
but I love.
I saw you you were excited to watch rugby.
I think I posted like the first game. It was my first time ever watching rugby,
Okay.
but I like tennis. Like I played a lot as a kid. Still not terrible, but I don't have any chances to play around here. But yeah, I love tennis. I liked football quite a lot. I played in middle school, and I'm just kind of small, so it's hard. But yeah, I mean, I always wanted to play more football. Football's awesome.
I used to like swimming and football, but for football, I was always like, I had vision problems, I think. So I was just kicking the person instead of the ball. So I was always in the substitute. So in case of emergency, if there's a horrible team or something, then I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how I played. But I was like in the school team and stuff, so it was fun.
Yeah.
I even like swimming. Like my mom used to get up, like wake us up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. or something. And then we used to go to this swim club close to us, and she just push us into cold water. We were like, no, I cannot do this. I just put my toe and check if the water's cold, and it was really cold 5 in the morning. So my mom would just push me, and then I just got used to it. So I just climbed the, there's this jumping thing on in swimming pools. Like, there's first floor jumping from, if you want to dive, like basically for diving, you have this thing. So I just started doing that. I just went to second floor and just closed my eyes and started jumping. Why give my mom the hassle, to push me? But then, it was kind of fun. Once you're in the water and you just, how do you say? Like, when you pedal like a dog, for some time you become warm and then you're good. So that's how I basically learned swimming. First time when I was thrown in the water, I was like, I think I was just drowning. I was putting my hand out. But then that's how I basically learned breaststroke. First time, because I had to survive somehow.
Bro, you can't breaststroke, man. It was really funny. We went last week. We should go today because it's free today, but I have too many commitments, man.
Yeah,
which
even
is good.
I
It's good
need
to live the busy life.
Study.
Definitely, like starting next year. Like I haven't worked full time in a while, so it's gonna feel pretty good, but pretty rough. But yeah, Saturdays are gonna fill up because we're gonna be doing this every week, and hopefully swimming every week too. You'll be done with your AWS.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be wanting to study for AWS.
Okay.
Because I also did. It's an important certification to get for this field. I mean.
Yeah,
we gotta be elite for the people that are graduating under us with like I guess fresher skills. We gotta be like kind of fresh with our skills. So I'm gonna be studying a lot as well for AWS.
It's fun. It's not boring. It's like really fun because there's like so many services, and when you know how to use these tools, it becomes like a your tool belt. It's like Batman's utility belt. You have all these tools that you can use, and if you have like ideas to build, then it's like as soon as you think of I can use S3, Lambda, and API gateway to make my whole website or something like that, it can just pop in your head like that because it will be in your tool. If you get to know these cloud platforms well, so having everything in serverlessly in cloud platform, it will be like so amazing because once we learn everything, even Azure and GCP are just as important because they are. There's companies that I was just talking to other developers and their company exclusively uses GCP also, even though it's like third or second most used cloud platform. So it's just as important. So we should get to know our clouds better. Yeah.
Yes.
That's those are our friends. Like cloud is like just something. It's a tools. It's like tool set that we need to have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be fresh with like a couple weeks of ideas and new discoveries, hopefully some new books to talk about as well, and lots of exciting stuff. So have a nice 2019. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
I don't know. We don't have anything in Hindi. No, in India, nothing. It's just Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Omi's gonna record a song for you in Hindi and sing it at the next one. So
don't make promises. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Merry
Christmas. Happy New Year. Have a great year.
Have a great year.
And think about us and watch our videos. And you can check our previous podcasts.
Like, subscribe.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.